the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
So we need to talk about Helldivers 2. Up until today, Helldivers 2 has been one of the most beloved games on both Steam and PlayStation. Here's a problem with that. Today, there was an announcement from Sony that Helldivers 2 moving forward would always require PSN sign-in. Doesn't sound like a big deal at first, but there are gamers out there in regions that cannot sign up for a PlayStation Network account right now. Now, my gut reaction to this was, it's not really a big deal. Steam reviews are tanking with the game currently sitting at 41% mixed in recent reviews. About a week ago, the game was at about a 90% very positive on Steam. Highly recommended by pretty much everyone across the board. Not only was it held up as a shining example of what a horde shooter can be, but it was an actually good live service game. And there's not a lot of those. We see them come and go all the time. Marvel's Avengers, Suicide Squad, Fallout 76 had a rough patch for a very long time. We know how Destiny's going, and there are countless other live service games that are constantly dropping off the face of the planet, or planets in the case of Helldivers. So far, it has not impacted the player count. In fact, the day that this was announced, the game still hit a max on Steam of 119,000 concurrent players, which is about on par for where it's been all week.
I was trying to take a non-sponsored drink and
I'm under attack. With a fair currency system that could be earned through current gameplay, compelling armor sets and weapon sets that weren't game-breakingly pay to win, and fairly cheap battle passes, along with the fact that you could afford the battle passes, if you want to call them that, just by playing the game and getting credits, it's a bigger deal to those who live in regions that can't sign up for PlayStation Network, which is the thing. And it doesn't make it a bad video game. Let's start with that. I still highly recommend that you play the game if you're not already at some point. If you don't mind having a PlayStation Network account, it's not the only game on Steam that requires you to sign into a third-party account. Let's start with that. It's kind of an overblown reaction to go from, this is my favorite game, to don't fucking play it, third-party accounts are bad. But this should have been addressed months ago. They shouldn't have waited 3 months for the game to suddenly require a PlayStation Network sign-in. It's always been an option, and I signed in with my PlayStation Network account on day one. Not everyone has had a PlayStation. Many PC gamers play on PC because they don't want to have a console. I'm trying to make this a coherent video, but things are evolving and changing. We have Helldivers community managers arguing with people, telling them to get out of the Discord. And I understand if somebody says, hey, I'm going to refund the game and leave the Discord, and then they are still yelling at you 3 hours later to be a little bit miffed. But I don't understand the lack of professionalism saying, I thought you were gonna leave. It's a bit too sassy, if you know what I mean. It's not a good look, especially when people are upset because they really liked the game. And from what I can tell, this is a Sony directive, not something that Arrowhead wanted to implement themselves. But the reasons behind it.
Attention Helldivers. Due to technical issues at the launch of Helldivers 2, we allowed the linking requirement for Steam accounts to a PlayStation Network account to be temporarily optional. That grace period will now expire. See details below in this post. I would like to comment, I don't ever recall it being communicated that this was temporarily a grace period. But okay, sure, moving on. Account licking plays a critical role in protecting our players and upholding the values of safety and security provided on PlayStation and PlayStation Studios games. This is our main way to protect players from griefing and abuse by enabling the banning of players that engage in that type of behavior. It also allows those players that have been banned the right to appeal. Pretty sure you can do that without a PSN account, but okay, sure, whatever. As such, as of May 6th, all new Helldivers 2 players on Steam will be required to connect their Steam account to a PlayStation Network account. Current players on Steam will start to see the mandatory login from May 30th and will be required to have a linked Steam and PlayStation Network account by June 4th. PlayStation Network accounts are free and easy to set up using this link. Yeah, but like, you can't set it up in every single fucking region. It's not available in every region. So, what about that though? We understand that while this may be an inconvenience to some of you, this step will help us continue to build a community that you are all proud to be a part of. Many thanks to you for your continued support of Helldivers 2. I would like to also point out this is signed by Sony Interactive Entertainment, not Arrowhead Game Studios.
Now, the conspiracy theorists in us think that maybe this is a way for Sony to pump the numbers so that when they reveal the active player count to investors, it looks a little better, maybe. Or that it's another way for another large billion-dollar company to just collect your data. I mean, it's not like they already have it or anything, but, you know, it's definitely not something that we're ruling out. Again, the conspiracy theorists in us think that could be that. The optimists in us want to take them at their words and say, okay, maybe it is security related, but the hopeful me hopes that this is a way to make cross-save a thing, because as someone who owns a PlayStation and owns multiple gaming PCs, the only reason I don't also own the game on PlayStation is because it's not cross-progression, it's not cross-save. I'd be starting fresh. So more laziness than anything else. I guess this is a way for me to hope that I don't have to be like, please, I'll give you money. All jokes aside, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B when it comes to where the truth is as far as whether or not this is actually a big deal. Again, if you play in a region where you can't have a PlayStation account, you're kind of hosed. You're kind of out of luck. There's nothing you can really do. If you're playing in the United States or Great Britain or wherever the fuck and you've already been playing, honestly, it's a free account. Yeah, you're, again, giving your data to another billion-dollar fucking corporation, one that has famously had multiple data leaks. Yeah, security my ass. Yeah, it's not like Sony's famous for having massive data leaks on PlayStation Network that also leaked credit cards, not once but twice. Not like we forgot about that. But as far as playing the game, it doesn't kill the game, does it? It doesn't kill it for me. It really doesn't. Like, this is still one of my favorite video games this year. It's still my go-to when I want to play with the boys. I just want to play something for fun. Heck, I want to jump in with randos and play, and I don't like playing with randos. I'm not the guy who plays with random people. I play single-player games or I play with the boys. But this is a game that I don't mind doing it because I just turn off voice comms and I just play the game, and it's fun. This doesn't ruin that for me, but it does burn a lot of good faith with the community, and that's evident by the Steam charts. That's evident by the Steam reviews. That's very clear that PC gamers don't want to sign into another account. Which, again, not in the grand scheme, I don't think a game-ruining thing. I really don't. I think if this ruins your game experience, you were looking for a reason to play something else. I really do. I apologize if that comes off as not sensitive to your needs, but it's not something you should need to do, and I understand and agree. It's kind of bullshit. But it's also not something that should prevent you from enjoying what is objectively one of the best shooter games that have come out in recent memory. One of the best live service games to ever have been made. One of the best games going on PC right now. With great devs, great support, and almighty Joel, all of the memes. I don't really think this is going to stop any of that. I don't. And I don't know, maybe it's just early days, maybe not everyone knows yet, but on the day this was announced, the game still peaked at 119,000 players, which was no different than it has any other day this week. It's not lower. It's not the lowest it's been in the past week. It is a Friday, so I guess to an extent you may expect it to be a little higher, but 119,000 players is a lot. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions? Do you already have a PlayStation account? Does this matter to you? Is this going to prevent you from enjoying the game? Let us know in the comments down below. Also, please like and subscribe. We don't do a lot of these talking head videos. I don't do a lot of news videos. God, I would love to do a positive news story for once. I feel like every time I do one of these, it's because it's a rumor, something might happen, and then it kind of does, but kind of doesn't with Quake. Or Skyrim getting a remaster. Like, those turned out to be legit, and those were very exciting, but also they weren't what I was hoping. I did do a mention in those videos that Fallout 3 remaster was a possibility and something I was really excited about. So that's really cool that that's actually happening, supposedly, allegedly, according to the Xbox court leaks. But God, I would love to do like a positive news story on one of these companies. Like just talk about a game that's great. Like I kind of wish I would have made a Helldivers video 2 months ago. But then I would also be like going back on everything and being like, hey, remember all that Goodwill? Yeah, it's gone now.
And it's gone.
So long. But yeah, please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know your thoughts down below. And tune in. We live stream multiple times a week. I'm currently in the middle of a Fallout 3 playthrough. It's my... If you read the comment section, a lot of people think it's my first time playing the game. I've been playing since 2008. Like, I love that game. It's one of my favorites of all time. Yeah, we do content basically every day, mostly YouTube shorts. I try and do these videos when I can, and we do live streams multiple times a week, and we'd love to catch you there. Thanks for watching. Go shoot some robots or something. Or don't. I don't know, man. It's not after midnight and I'm not drinking a Monster. You don't fucking judge me.
Editor Tim here. I said licking, and I just want to point that out to you, because if you didn't hear it, I said account linking. Licking, not linking. It's linking, not licking. But I said licking, not linking. Don't lick it. Don't lick your account. Just link it, or don't. Don't link it either. Or do. I don't know.